After many attempts to get messaging right, Google is at it again. This time, it's unleashed an app called Duo for Android and iOS. This was first shown off at Google I/O a few months ago, and many are kind of calling it the FaceTime for Android, even though it's cross-platform. No Google account is needed to use it. A user's phone number is their account. So Duo allows for one-on-one video calling. It's been optimized for all types of connectivity, all the way down to 2G speeds. Basically, it's meant to be fast and light. And, you know, it's kind of no frills. I'm showing it off right here. There's really not a whole lot to see, right? It's just the video, a little button to fire off a video call, and then any contacts that you might have. As you can see, I've already video called Megan and Ron Richards.
Your two favorite people.
My two favorite people in the entire world. So I'll go ahead and I'll call Megan.
On my iOS device? What?
And then you'll see, now show Megan's shot here.
So
is it working this time?
I got a notification on my Apple Watch, which
but
does
it's not
nothing.
doing the knock thing.
And then it does, so it won't just push it on iOS. You don't get push notifications. You only get push notifications.
Okay.
It says Duo incoming call.
And then does it have me? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Did do that here. I'm going to try again. Hold it up. Keep holding it up though.
Okay.
Because
hang up on you?
this is one of the features. No, it should still be up. But yeah, for iOS, for some reason, the knock isn't
Not
always
perfect
working.
yet.
It didn't work perfectly in the office when we were trying it earlier. But basically what it should be doing is it should be showing my video. In fact, you call me now.
Okay. I'll call you.
Yeah, let's see if that works.
Okay.
Oh, I like the split screen.
And it says your video is visible.
Yeah, what's up with this? Duo. This is like one of your main features,
confusing.
and it's not working. So we'll just keep calling each other. It's a lot of fun.
So one real concern.
Thank you. So basically, what it's supposed to do is it's supposed to show you my video before you pick up the call. So I've got to like be aware that you could see me picking my nose if I was picking my nose before you answered.
It does work. It did work a few times.
Yeah, but it's not worked more times than it's worked in our playing around with it. But I don't know. What do you think? It's meant to be light. It's meant to be, I don't know, replace the Hangouts functionality, at least on Android.
I guess, yeah. I mean, I don't love video chatting.
Yeah.
Like I have the ability to FaceTime. I occasionally use it with my children. Like I don't want to always see people. Like, and I definitely, you never know if what the person's doing when you're calling. So the knock feature is a little weird, I guess. Although it was cool to see Ron when you called him before, and he was like walking the streets of New York, and that was exciting.
Yeah, I mean, it's not one of those things that's like, you're going to stream something that you don't intend to stream, because it really does tell you, like, if I'm calling you, it tells me on my phone, like, your video is live now, and all you see is what I intend for you to see, hopefully. I mean, maybe someone won't catch that hint or whatever. So it was interesting. Like, when I called Ron Richards, he was walking out on the streets of New York, and so I saw him, kind of like walking along, and, he was... whatever, he was right there. So it was really, really cool from that perspective. I think the general sense that we're getting about this is that Google is kind of repositioning Hangouts, which still exists and still does this, as more of an enterprise solution, moving it because they've seen a lot of, or at least they say they've seen a lot of pickup in business, in enterprise. We use it here sometimes, for these shows. So that's one example. Whereas this is just meant to be like consumer, super easy for a consumer to just find a contact and fire off a video chat. But yeah, I don't really video chat. If I'm traveling, maybe I might video chat with my family to say hi and see them and everything. But beyond that, it's not like a regular everyday part of my communication life.
No, and I mean, let's face it, we already have so many ways to do this that we don't use.
Right there.
FaceTime, you can do it Facebook Messenger, you can video call. Like I've had someone accidentally do that and they were like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I did not mean to do that." You can make calls on Skype, and with Skype and Facebook, you can have group calls, which to me seems like that might be something more useful. So Duo, that knock feature is not going to convince me that video calling is what I want to do in the future.
Well, and that's the big challenge right there, is convincing people to install it and then to use it. Because like you say, there are so many of these services out there already. Google was so ahead of the game 5 years ago-ish, right around there. They brought Hangouts out, and it was video chat before. I mean, right about the time that it was starting to become something. And it almost feels like it's a redo. It's like a mulligan at this point. and everybody else is kind of caught up and moved on. So convincing somebody else to install this, and then we use that going forward, that's the huge challenge. So question of the day, video calling, is this something that you use, that you're clamoring for, you never use, couldn't care less? Let us know, tnt@twit.tv, and we'll read that hopefully on tomorrow's show. But real quick before moving on, related news, Google announced that it's halting Hangouts on air. That's its like broadcasting, group hangout sessions essentially on September 12th. It's not going away for good though. On that day and moving forward, YouTube Live will be the place to hold those kinds of streams. So you aren't totally out of luck. You're just kind of inconvenienced in the short term until you reprogram your ways for doing that sort of thing.